thank you a million times for logging in. I really appreciate and I don't take it for granted. Okay, if this is your first time, you have made the right decision. Okay, you won't regret being on this channel. So keep it locked until the end so that you just get, the juicy content on this channel. Okay, so keep it locked, and without much ado, let us head to today's video, guys. Yes! So, guys, today let me take you back to my memory lane. Okay, back in my primary school, I had a mathematics teacher. I'm going to refer to him by his, that unique name. His name was Washington. Yes, and this was a teacher who taught me from class 6 up to class 8. Yes, we didn't have the CBC junior high school. No, I was in that, yes, that system of 8-4-4. Yeah, you get me? Yes. So, Mr. Washington was my mathematics teacher. And there is a lesson. He was this kind of teacher who did his work with passion. And being kids that we used to be, we were just as cheeky as any other child could get. But there is a lesson that Mr. Washington instilled in us. Anybody who went to the same school and sat in the class that was taught by Mr. Washington had this lesson. And it has really, as a person, it has built me. As a person, it molded me, and today I sit down. When I look back, I can forget everything, but I can't forget what Mr. Washington taught us. Okay, now he was a mathematics teacher, and when we sat in class, in our mathematics class, there were people who were champions in mathematics, and there were people who, yeah, were not, I'm not saying they were not champions, but they were, can we call them less champions? I'm going to use that word. Okay. But Mr. Washington made all of us feel we are equal. The champions never felt like they knew much more, much better than the lesser champions. Okay. And when he came to class, there is a lesson that he taught us. He taught us to ensure every day, you must ensure you calculate at least one sum. Yeah. And he ensured that we came to school with a box of chalk. During my days in primary, yes, we used to have this. I know now there are those small, nice, dustless chalks, yes, but we used to buy these normal chalks that you can write anywhere with them. Yes. So Mr. Washington ensured everybody had a box. As a person, I was in a class. By the time I was getting to class 8, I think we were 56 in our class. I can't forget the number. Okay. So he ensured each of us, every opening day, we used to come, we could come to school with a box of chalk. This box of chalk was meant to ensure every day you use one piece to calculate mathematics. You cannot finish using that piece, but at least you have something to use to write on the board calculating your mathematics. Okay. And we could move from class to class. You choose a class that is empty, then you calculate on the wall, and you call your friend to come and confirm whatever you have calculated is right. If it is wrong, your friend has to check and ensure you have done the sum correctly. Now, it was not the responsibility of Mr. Washington to come and move around and ensure that each person in a class of 56 looked for a place, sat down, and calculated at least one sum. But he made us be that responsible. He built that spirit of responsibility in us. Okay, so we could be kids the way we were, we could be cheeky, we could run around, but we ensured every day you must ensure as a person you look for a place to calculate mathematics. And when he could come to class, he could start asking, what did you learn today? Which sum did you calculate today? Did you get it right? We had so many textbooks, so many varieties, everything. He could not dictate to you and tell you that I want you to use maybe primary mathematics, I want you to use preparatory, I want you to revise the question papers. No. He just told us, make sure you are calculating at least one sum every day. And since we could come early in the morning, he ensured 6 on the dot he is in the class. 6 on the dot he is in the class. He was that committed teacher. Okay, so when he come to class, as kids we could feel like, oh, he is being so tough on us, he's being, no, but he was teaching us a lesson. He was preparing us, for the future, that during that time I couldn't see the need. During that time I didn't see it as necessary. Why was he like telling us to calculate one sum every day? Why was he like every day he comes to class, he's coming to tell me, what did you calculate today? Did you get it right? And if you didn't get it right, who corrected you? Yes, I have to mention who corrected me when I felt I had not done the sum correctly. And as days went by, it was our responsibility. Now we build that responsibility around ourselves. And during those days, teachers could teach us from class 6 to class 8. So Mr. Washington was with us. He was teaching us mathematics from class 6 to class 8. Yes. And with him, you had no other option but to love mathematics. He was this teacher who brought the beauty of the subject, and everybody was in love with it. Okay. So fast forward, when we were coming to sit for our examination, the KCP examination, oh my, oh my. This was the teacher who ensured his student, have revised well. His students have covered the syllabus. His students are ready for the exam. And guess what? We had the front board and we had the behind board. So at the back of our class, we were writing the number of days. We were counting. And to him, he used to tell us, you are not counting days to when you are going to do your examination. But as days draws near for you guys to do your KCPE, just ask yourself, if today the examination was brought, are you going to pass? Are you going to pass? Have you revised enough? He made us feel like, I want to be ready. I want to be ready today. I want to be ready like yesterday. Okay? So that if today, the government just decided, the Ministry of Education decided, we feel these students are ready, let us take the exam to them. You must ensure you are passing your exam. He was this passionate teacher. He was this teacher who made the students like all of us are equal. Sitting in a class of Mr. Washington, all of us knew mathematics. And to him, he didn't want to know that, oh, you are saying, oh, teacher, you know me and mathematics, you know me. No, 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 no. It was all of us are working towards the same goal. All of us have a goal to achieve. And for us to achieve this goal, we must pull together. We must pull together, we must work together, okay, so that at the end of it, you are winning, I'm winning, he is winning, she is winning, and all of us are winners. That is Mr. Washington for you. Yes, that is Mr. Washington for you. So fast forward into adulthood, you come to realize that Mr. Washington as a person taught me something. I cannot wake up one day and I tell myself I want to be good at doing something. No, I must sit down, I must plan and ensure I organize myself. Yes, step by step, a day at a time. I just ensure I am getting better each day. I am giving my all each day. Okay, so that by the time I count myself, I have done it. Yes, as Mr. Washington was preparing us for the KCPE examination, I know I'm going to achieve my goal. Okay. So fast forward, like as an adult now, okay, there are things like personally through that lesson that I just like carried with me from my childhood. I just realized things cannot be achieved overnight. For me to achieve whatever I want to do, I must start somewhere. Okay. And you know what? In life, you cannot say, I will wake up today and I want to achieve one, two, three. You must start a step at a time. Okay. You must have a goal. You must have, you know, the target. You must have a finishing line that you are looking at. Okay. And for you to get to the finishing line, you must start a step at a time. This is Mr. Washington for me in my life today. Okay. If, for example, I want to achieve anything, I must plan. Okay. I must plan for me to achieve. That is why the famous quote goes, failure to plan is planning to fail. Okay. I cannot sit down telling myself, by the way, I want to, you know, this year I want to have like peace of mind. And again, I just want to ensure my personal, my health is well taken care of. Okay, so what are some of the steps that I'm going to take just to ensure that I maintain my health? Okay, I watch, I watch what I eat, for example, and also just taking care of my mental health. I choose what I listen to. I choose what I have to react to. I choose what I have to let go. Okay, so that after a certain specific period of time, I assess my objectives. Have I been able to meet them? I want, for example, in a month, what are some of the small steps that I'm taking so that at the end of every month, looking back, I tell myself, by the way, this month I've really tried. I know I didn't walk around for long, but at least I exercised. Or, yeah, moving around with my kids running here and there, at least I know I lost 2 or 3 calories, and at the same time in the process I was keeping fit. Okay, or moving in my office here and there, doing this. At least I know I was just, I was exercising, okay, in one or another. Maybe I did a morning walk. I walked to the office. Yes, I came back walking. That is one of the steps that I took just to ensure that I'm keeping myself healthy. Building positive relationship. I just ensured that the people that surround me are people who are going to challenge me. Okay? Are people who are going to tell me, but you like being comfortable. Why don't you try to go out of your box, out of that comfort zone that you are in, so that you just try to risk and see how good you are in doing ABCD. Okay? It is a time whereby I look at myself and I'm like, okay, if for example I wanted to go back to class, I've been there before. What is it that I'm going to do differently this time so that I'm able to achieve one, two, three? Okay, so he taught me that I can never wake up as a person and just say, yeah, I have achieved it. No. People start from somewhere. People take steps. People, you do it at a time. That is why when you want to achieve any project, you have to lay down, you have as a project, for example, a project manager. There are phases for a project to be achieved. Okay, you cannot wake up today and you expect a project to be complete and start functioning. You must start somewhere. Life has taught me life is a project. It has phases. Okay, and these phases of a project, which is my life, I must ensure each and every phase I'm prepared for it. Okay, so this is a very important lesson that personally I learned from childhood. I learned from my, like my basic childhood teacher. He taught me this skill. He taught me this trick. Okay, you must start from somewhere. So hey, you're out there, okay? You want to do something. You want to achieve something. You want to be somebody. Okay? Guess what? You are capable. You are capable of achieving it. You're capable of getting it. You are capable, of winning what you want to win. But guess what? You must plan yourself. You must start from somewhere. You must ensure everybody around you is somebody who is going to challenge you positively, that is. Okay? It must be somebody who is going to push you to the limit for you to achieve what you are destined for. Okay? You cannot sit, like for example, you cannot sit around and expect the last minute and you want to do something and achieve it. I know there are those people who work very well under adrenaline and they achieve it. And there are some, they must, do it a step at a time. Do it in your way, yes. Do it in the best way you can. But guess what? Just know, for you to achieve anything, you must plan. You must do it in phases, okay? So that if anything happens in between, for example, if you become sick, you cannot tell yourself that, or you don't become like so bitter with yourself. I didn't achieve this. No, you could have taken a step. You could have moved so that even when you delegate to somebody, at least you have achieved. Okay? So, do you have a Washington in your life? Do you have somebody who believes in you? Do you have somebody who tells you, guess what? I'm not going to tolerate your laziness. I'm not going to tolerate your, I will do it next time. I will not going to tolerate your attitude of shifting goalpost. And I know very well you are capable of achieving it. Okay? So get that person who pushes you. In this scenario, you start with yourself. Push yourself. Plan yourself. Lay the strategies for yourself. Okay? And guess what? Go out there and achieve your goals. Okay? Because all of us are destined for greatness. All of us, God has created us uniquely and differently, but special. Okay? And you don't fail because you are destined for failing. You fail because you have failed to plan. You fail because you feel like you're in your comfort zone. You fail because you don't want to challenge yourself that you can achieve what God has planned for you. Okay? So, just like the way I had my Washington in my childhood, who pushed me to be where I am today, hey, start. It is never too late to start. No, you can start from where you are and achieve your goals. Okay? So, go out, you know what? And challenge yourself to be the best. Okay? Because that is who you are destined to be. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching my video. I believe you have learned one or two things. Okay? And remember to share my videos with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do give me a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and please share my videos within your network. Yeah, we grow together. Okay? So until the next video, take good care of yourself. And what do we say on this channel? Blessings!